question is page 269, number 10 in the official SAT study guide. And this type of problem will always ask you for the solution set, and then it will give you 4 answer choices. With this kind of question, plugging in is always the best approach, and you want to plug in the numbers that are given together in a solution set so far for this type of question. So one of the answers will look like this with 2 x values in set notation, and you just want to plug in each of these values and see which one yields the right answer. And I'm going to show you a concept called principal root, which is very rarely known by high school students, and I'll explain that as I go through this question. So the approach is just to plug in, starting with the answers that are given together. And this is a common wrong type of answer for this question, to pick the ones that are together. So I don't think this is exactly what the options are for this question, but I'm just going to show you why 5 is wrong. 5 is one of the options. Okay, so this is the expression originally, and then we're just plugging in x is 5. So that's what I have here. So I'm just plugging in x is 5, so 5 minus 12 equals the square root of 5 plus 44. Then if you carry this out, I'm just going to erase this part here. Okay, so if you carry this out, you'll get 5 minus 12 is negative 7 equals the square root of positive 49. So some of you might think that the square root of 49 is plus or minus 7, but actually on the SAT, they're using this concept called the principal root, and I'll put a link to a Khan Academy video with further details about that, so you can check that out. But they would say, the SAT would say, Khan Academy would say, and many mathematicians would say, that negative 7 does not equal the square root of 49, which is only positive 7. This is using the concept of the principal root. If they did want you to give positive and negative 7 as the answer, they would have plus or minus written here, which so far they haven't had that on the SAT. So this rules out x equals 5, because when we plug in x equals 5, we're getting negative 7 equals positive 7, which is not true. Negative 7 does not equal the square root of 49. On the SAT, the square root of 49 is only the positive version of the answer, so only positive 7, not negative 7. So therefore, x equals 5 is not correct. Okay, so next we want to plug in x equals 20, because notice that 20 is an option in choice D and choice B. We've already gotten rid of 5 as one of the solutions previously because we determined that that yielded negative 7 equals positive 7, which is not accurate, not correct. So now we plug in x equals 20, which gives us 20 minus 12 equals the square root of 20 plus 44. And you want to treat this like it's in parentheses. You want to add these first. You don't want to take the square root of each individual term. So this yields positive 8 equals positive 8, because this is the square root of 64, which, because of the principal root concept, this is only the positive root, positive 8, not also negative 8. And there's a link below to Khan Academy's explanation of that. So now we know that 20 is good, which means B is good, but it also means that C has one value that works. We should plug in x equals negative 5 just to double check. Some of you will be able to do that really quickly, but I'm going to write it all out so that you can see that, in fact, x cannot equal negative 5, but I'll write that out. Okay, and as a last step, we're just going to plug in x equals negative 5 to verify that that is not a solution. So when we do that, we get negative 5 minus 12 equals the square root of negative 5 plus 44, which gives us positive 39 here. And then we find that negative 17 does not equal the square root of 39, so therefore x does not equal negative 5. That's not a solution. So therefore, the only value in our solution set is x equals 20, which is answer choice B. In the description below, I'll also put the page number and the question number of another question that draws upon this principal root concept. So that should be helpful and will help you see if you can implement these strategies and use this rule to solve that question effectively. If you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe.